Hey guys, welcome to another TGun Productions video, and today I'm finally coming at you with the Iron Man showcase that I've been wanting to do. Now, I've been working on these over the last couple of weeks. Now, I didn't do it on the original date I wanted to because I didn't get his armor in, which I'll talk about that later on. And I hadn't finished off these two, which I've finally done, plus I also battle damaged him because I actually asked battle damage or clean, and someone suggested battle damage, so I battle damaged him. So, yeah. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Now I'm going to be going from left to right here, so that's actually in order. So 6, 17, 33, 39, 42, or 43. And 43, I mean. Also known as Heartbreaker, Silver Centurion, and the Gemini. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at these guys. So starting off, we have the Mach 6. Now, I reckon this was actually the easiest to do out of all of them, mainly because the arms and the legs are a lot easier to do. Now, like MichaelMGF, and I'll put a link to all of his Iron Man showcases in the his Iron Man playlist in the description below, because he actually inspired me to make these. Now, the difference is I'm using Breakthrough armor pieces. Like, I know he used Breakthrough Army for like the red snapper helmet and the actual Mark 17, but we can't get to Amazing Armor anymore, so I just am using all of these are just the Breakthrough Army, if that makes sense. So, but I used the Lego official helmets because these are a lot better than these. Now, yeah. So, like I said, it's a lot easier because, like, you have to pick what you want to add in to make it more like Iron Man. So, obviously for here, it was a lot easier to do than all the other little details that you have to add in. So, it's just a bit of armor here. Now, all of the eyes and the arc reactors I changed to a lighter blue. So, you'll see that for all of these. Now, so, yeah. For the armor, I just went over and pretty much my own red. Now, with the Legos red, they're a lot different, and I can't make that red. So, I pretty much, for the most part, besides the Mark 17 and 33 and 43, I went over in my own red because I had it so I can able to put the my own red on without it coming off. Because, like you'll see with here, this is starting. Some of the details are starting to come off because it's a lot better to go over in a nail file and then smooth it out with this side of a nail file kind of thing to actually make what I use stick. So you can see that I've gone over my own red to try and even it out. So yeah, gone over my own red, black lines, and then it's got some gold, then it's got the gold on the legs, details going on the inside of the legs, so I'll show you that here, and then it's got some silver for the knee pads, all the designs it needs, and then you can come up to the back, it's got a bit of silver here, and the arms have got like if I actually take this off, it's just turn your head inside. It's got gold up here, shoulder pads, elbow pads, and then it's just got these other little flaps. So yeah, like I said, the Mark 6 in my opinion has to be the better suit. So yeah, and let me know what you think of this in the comments below. All I really did for the helmet was outline, add in the eyes. So yeah, let me know what you think of this in the comments below. So here we have the Heartbreaker, which in my opinion is one of the better suits, but I've got a little nitpick with this Breakthrough Army bit. And that's just because in the actual movie, the Heartbreaker actually has a bigger arc reactor than all of the Iron Man suits. Whereas with this, it's a little bit smaller. I don't know why, but it was probably because of the shape of it, but I would have liked it if they tried to make it a little bit bigger. Now, it is a minor nitpick, it doesn't set anything back. You might have a different opinion, but I don't know, it's just my opinion. I reckon it should be a little bit bigger, but I don't know, it might have been because of how they make the armor. So, like I said, I've gone over in my own red up on this armor bit, got the bit of silver, the gold where it needs to be, and of course the light blue for the armor, and it's got all the black outlining. Now the helmet, I just left the Breakthrough Army helmet mainly because it's got a better shape than the Lego armor has. So yeah, I just have a grey head under here, which I'm not going to take out. Then I've got clay filled in here because it comes all hollow. So I filled it in with clay just to be able to have the lights and stuff. Otherwise you have to have like a blue head underneath and you can't really see it and stuff. So yeah. Now I just left the actual Lego torso on here just because you can see my bad attempts in trying to fix that up like years ago. So yeah, for the arms you can see I've got the other little like the thrusters like on the shoulders and down here, and then it's got the elbow pad on the back, the silver plates, and then the gold plates up here, which I would have added the gold on the hands, but because if I take one of these blue studs, the gold would just come off because it would just scrape it off. So yeah, I'm not going to risk that. Because in the actual legs, it's got some plating up here, which could be a little bit lower, but with these legs, the only gripe I have that I couldn't actually do was like some parts, like this gold bit at the bottom is supposed to be a little bit higher and be on around like the back of the thigh, and then have some other gold bit on the foot. But because of how everything, like how compact everything has to be, I wasn't able to add that other little bit detail in because it just would look terrible. So that was like a little thing I had to miss out on. Let's see, I've got the little knee pads with the silver on the outside. It's got the gold, and it's got a little bit of gold up here, which is actually supposed to be separate. And then it's got like the gold continuing around, all the way around. A little bit of gold, and then it actually continues on the inside of the legs. You can see this other little silver thruster. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Another little nitpick I have with all of the suits is the mobility, at least here, because, alright, this is a very little nitpick that probably doesn't count for anything. It's just because of the way it's built, you can't really move the arms. I mean, that's how high I can move those arms with the armor on. So, yeah, but I don't know, that's alright. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the Mach 33. Now, here's one of my favorite armors, the Silver Centurion. Now, originally, I was just going to redo the details on the arms, add the blades, and extend the detail on the legs, and just keep this armor piece. But then after looking at it, you see how bulky it is up at the top here, and how it only covers half of the actual torso itself? Well, that just doesn't make sense, just having this part like extend out, like be really bulky, and have the bottom be really flat. And taking this off, it just wouldn't match. That's why I don't have the Mark 45, because I don't have armor for that, and even if I did edit the arms and legs, it just wouldn't work with it, in my opinion. So I ended up buying a new armor piece, which that's why originally I wasn't able to do this on the actual weekend I wanted to do this. So I'm doing it now because I actually have the armor and everything's done. So yeah, the helmet's just the one from the set. Pretty much everything's the same from the set. The arms are different. And then I've also added this instead of the other one. I've gone over in my own silver just to be able to match it in. Gone over in blue, and then I did the outlines. I also went over these top lines as well, simply because they were gone. Like once I went over, they were gone. So yeah, take this off. I've added the silver and everything, like I was supposed to. And I think these silver bits were supposed to go in between the gaps, but I just put them over on top instead, just to make it look better. And then on the back, I've just got all the similar details and stuff as well, with this bit all silver spine and everything, for the most part. So yeah. Then on the arms, I did my own detail with the little shoulders, this little silver circle thing, the silver on the back, the silver on the front here, the little plates and everything. Then for the hands, I actually just, if I take it off, now that's actually just a bayonet, which I glued on there. Now, it could come out longer, like I think it's supposed to come out to maybe about there, probably, but I don't know, it's like, it doesn't matter, because I kept trying to even them up and stuff, so, and yeah, I kept cutting too big or something, so if I get more bayonets, I'll swap them out then, but at the time being, they're alright. Now with the helmet back on, I left the Lego's legs, and all I did was add in a couple of stuff on the back, and then just some other plates on the sides, and continue the silver detail. So yeah, that's really it for the Silver Centurion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, alright, so let's have a look at the Mach 39. Next up, we have the Mach 33, otherwise known as the Gemini. Now, originally I was going to just like, I don't know, I was going to extend some detail on the original Gemini figure that you can get in that Marvel set that came out earlier this year, But then after seeing the armor on the Breakthrough Army, I just wanted to upgrade this to have my own, like Gemini. So, but originally I had this armor painted, because with Breakthrough Army you can either have the armor painted or you can just have them like a dark grey color. Which this was the only one I had painted, but when it came, the grey was a lot darker than my grey. So what I did, I went over it in whiteout and then added my own grey to try and match it in with the legs and that, and I reckon it goes pretty well now. So all these grey parts I've gone over in my own detail. Now I can't remember, I think these were grey as well, these like little thrusters on the back. So what I did, I just went over in like my own blue again, just to have that. And then up here, I've just added in another little thruster. I'm not sure if that's a thruster or not, but I just decided to add it in because it looks pretty cool. The legs, it's got all the details it needs with the white knee pads and the little pads up here. And then on the sides, it's got like all the little designs that they need up here. Now, I don't believe it needed it. And then it also continues on the inside. So, yeah. And then it also has the elbow pads on the back, and then all the little details on the arms, like all the little pads and stuff. And if I take off the armor, which, whoops, that just fell. You can see all of these like little flaps and pads and stuff that you can see. Then I've also extended the details on the waist piece as well, same as on the front. So yeah. And then this helmet, all I really did was I left the eyes the way they were because it looks pretty good. Now some of the gold is actually starting to come off, which I will go over, and then it's got outlines and everything. So yeah, and I also added gold up here because with Lego they left it white. So that's pretty much it for the Gemini. It's one of my favorite versions like of the suits, but yeah. So that's that one. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So here's my custom Mach 42, and I have to say, I really like this suit and the way it turned out. Now, in Update 10, I was showing off the Iron Man armors, like before they were completely finished. And I asked at the end of it, or somewhere in it, what would you guys prefer, a clean, like, Mach 42 or a battle damage Mach 42? And I got one reply from Kevin Gracia saying battle damage. So I actually went ahead and battle damaged the Mach 42. So link to Kevin Gracia in the description below. So yeah, so I've gone ahead and I've battle damaged this suit, and I have to say it turned out really well done. It has to be one of my favorites. So yeah, so it's just a normal head mask, which it was one of the older ones where it didn't have any details on the actual faceplate. So what I did was, like, I added them in, but because I went over and smudged heaps of black and battle damaged it, it's actually rubbed it out, which is alright, I guess. So I keep knocking the thing. It's alright, I guess, because it like looks kind of cool. And then I also did a little bit of battle damage on the helmet, and of course I did outlines and added in blue on the eyes. Now I did go over in like blue on the actual arc reactor, but then that smudged out a little bit, and then I've gone over again another blue. So now it looks all faded and cool, kind of like you can still kind of see it, but it's faded. I might actually go over and make like little cracks as if like the glass protector or whatever that's covering the arc reactor is all cracked up. So I might do that as well. And then with the suit, I pretty much just smudged heaps of black on it. And then what I did, I actually got a knife and I like cut up little bits of it, so you might be able to see on the HUD if I take it off. And underneath, I've just got the battle damaged Tony Stark face. If you can actually see it, I actually did like little bits of cuts and stuff like up at the top, just to make it look even better. So yeah, there's that. And then if I remove the head, so you can get a better look, you can see all like the battle damage and smudge, plus you see all the original details. Now with this armor, you can rotate your arm up to about like that, so it's a pretty good range of motion. So yeah, and then on the back's just all smudged, and it says if it's been shot by a missile in the back or something, and it looks really cool. Now what I might do later on is I might actually add like a little bullet, like where a bullet would hit. Like if you remember where, like in Iron Man 3, when the house is getting attacked, how he gets shot in the shoulder when the arm is like flying over to him. Well, I guess you could say that this little detail in here could have been where he got shot, but I just might add it onto the shoulders instead. which I'll talk about the arms in a sec. So, yeah, and then I've just gone over and I've like done up some little cuts. You can see it like kind of there, like a little scratch. That's from where the knife hit and stuff. So yeah, and I actually do this similar thing to my Captain America battle damage shield, like here. It's just smudged in black, then I've gone over in some cuts, and then I went over in more black. So yeah, and then with the armor, I've just got the Mark 43 like torso underneath, which I didn't really want to replace or anything. So yeah, then I added on all these details, which makes it look accurate. I went over the hand with gold as well, like, because that's how it pretty much looks. And then I went over one finger in a bit of gold, since that's how it looks in the movie. Over here is actually where it's like parts of the inner armor is exposed. It's like, you might, if I actually take off this other arm as well so you can see better, you can see up on here it's got a bit of gold showing. If we can focus, you can kind of see the bit of gold there. But on this side, I've actually like pretty much taken that off, and that's like the inner armor that goes underneath the actual plating. So I decided to add that in after having a look at some reviews of the die-cast Mark 42 armor. So I wanted to add that in. The legs were actually the Mark 43 legs, so I've actually left the hip piece, but I've added on a little bit of detail, and on the back as well. And then these are the Mark 43 legs, which I've just gone over in gold up the front, so it's all fully gold. Battle damage, added on some little toe armor, and then on the side I've just added on all these other little bits of armor with detail, and it goes on the inside as well, which isn't really battle damaged as much, but oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Mark 42, and let's go ahead and take a look at the Mark 43. Last but not least, the Mark 43. Now I think this was actually the first armor that I'd completed, so because I originally started on the armor piece, and then I just couldn't be bothered to fix everything else up, but recently I've just done everything else. So yeah, like always, I've gone over in outlines, and I've just got the plain black head inside, so that's that. Now the armor is pretty much the same as this, except one, it's reversed colors, so it's got the mainly red with some gold, and it's not battle damaged. So I'm just doing a little bit of comparison for you guys. So yeah, and then it's just got some gold and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this armor bit, and I've got the Mark 43 armor underneath as well. Then I added on these other. Now these were actually last minute, these gauntlet bits, because I had these for them, and then I had this other design, and I had looked like, no, the arms are pretty much the same, because it's pretty much the same armor, just repainted, and plus this is a prototype, that's the actual thing. So yeah, because if you hear in Iron Man 3 that this is a prototype, and then obviously this is the main suit, so yeah, but I don't know, whatever. So I added on the gold that he needed on the back of the legs, and it comes up to the side here, and up to the side and the inside of the legs, and I just continued the detail. So it's pretty much for the most part the same, the inside and the outside of the legs. I've got the little toe armor bit here, little designs up here, silver, and it's just got like these little flare kind of things. Well, that's what they were in Iron Man 1, don't know what they are now. And then it's just all these other designs. Then on the arms, like I said, I added these in, the shoulders, some silver and gold, and then, yeah. So for the Mark 42, I, for the most part, just copied these designs on here, but just redid the colors and stuff, so that's for what I really did for the most part. So if I just add that in. Plus, in the Mark 42, I added on the other little battle damage in there, so yeah. But yeah, that's... Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's go ahead and wrap up this showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed this custom LEGO Iron Man showcase. If so, please leave a comment and like below, because it means a lot. And let me know which is your favourite Iron Man armor. For me personally, I have to say either the Mark 43, Gemini, or 42. Just out of these bunch. Let me know which is your custom minifigure that I made, and which is your top 3 favorite Iron Man armors, like from the movies and stuff. For me, my top 3 favorite Iron Man armors would have to be Silver Centurion, 43, and 46, personally. So yeah, let me know which is your actual favorite Iron Man armors in the movies and stuff like that. So yeah. Now I do want to try and do more armors, like I said, Hank's armor, the Mark 2, and if I could try and edit the Mark 2 to make the Mark 3. But yeah, so I might try and do some more armors, but I probably won't be able to. And like I said, I hope the Mark 46, actually, they make a Mark 46, so I make a Mark 46 to go along in my other showcase video for this guy. So, like not the one I just did, but the new one for the homecoming. But yeah, so like I said, I'll leave a link to Breakthrough Army store and the playlist for MichaelMGF's Iron Man armors, because that's what inspired me to make these minifigures for you guys. So yeah, now I'm thinking I might try and make a Civil War Captain America, like my own design with, well, not really like my own design, but like on great horses and stuff, and try and finish off this guy, just do the arms and the wings, and then review those for you guys. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and tomorrow I'll come out with the Telltale's Batman episode 3 and 4 review. But yeah, so please comment, like, subscribe, and share for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!